Lurking along the Missouri River is the Missouri State Penitentiary. Built in 1836 to ensure Jefferson City would remain the state capital, no one wanted to end up in there. Today, though, guests are dying to get in, thanks to this property being considered one of the most haunted places in Missouri. It's unlike anything in our Ozarks life. In 1967, Time magazine called the Missouri State Penitentiary the bloodiest 47 acres in America.
Some very bloody and violent murders committed in here.
Despite being closed for 2 decades, many believe inmates are still here. Is the Missouri State Penitentiary haunted?
If you believe in ghosts, yes. If you don't, no.
Tonight, we're following David Glidden with 4 State Paranormal. His team is looking for evidence of some of these haunting claims. David and I start in Building 4, built in 1868 by criminals from the Civil War. Claims of shadow figures, full-bodied apparitions, and screams come from here.
We've got a cold mass right there in front.
The blue dots on this device show the air is getting colder. One theory, a spirit absorbs heat and energy to make something happen and leaves behind a cold spot.
So seeing the cold mass develop on the device was pretty interesting, because shortly after that, we started experiencing sounds that would happen around us, and it was almost as if something was playing cat and mouse.
The toying with us continued as we moved to Building 1.
I'm still there. I'm still there. I'm still there.
Something leads us up a flight of stairs and from one end of the women's ward to the other.
Somebody down there?
We hear you down there. Voices and full-body apparitions have been captured in this building, but David and I capture something else.
Weird feeling.
Whoa. Right here.
Yeah.
It's like the hair on my neck is standing up.
Throughout the night, Chad and I would experience things that we could only chalk up to as being personal experiences, but the fact that they would happen within seconds of each other made it much more compelling.
Leaving Building 1, we got an EVP, an electronic voice phenomenon.
When a spirit communicates, it communicates on a really low frequency that we don't hear, and it filters through on the microphone, leaving its imprint on the recorder.
But we didn't hear someone politely trying to get our attention at the time. And so it's off to Building 3, and right away, we get another EVP shortly after an electromagnetic spike on an EMF detector.
Consequences, and then boom, it went.
I'm guessing it spiked twice.
Yeah, because then I turned around.
I'm guessing it spiked twice. I'm guessing it spiked twice.
This building also gives us an intelligent response to one of David's questions.
Something at the end here.
And just after that voice, both David and I feel like someone tried to grab our back.
See, I felt like you.
Right here, yeah. That was right before this door, right here. Who touched me?
Years ago, cold-blooded killers would be turned mad sitting right here in death row and solitary confinement. But soon, it felt like David and I were the ones losing our minds.
One of the strangest experiences I've ever had happened with Chad in Building 3.
I wouldn't have believed it if it didn't happen to me that night. We entered the lobby of the basement. This is the only way to reach either the south wing or the north wing. From the lobby, we remember going left into the south wing.
Hey, we're lost. We need to find our way back. Ultimately, we came out from the other side of the building.
From the north wing. But to get there, we had to go through the lobby from where we started, and we don't remember doing that. During that part of the night, we both remember being confused in what is a very simple floor plan.
So it was almost like we have this missing time, but we do have the footage of us walking through there.
We haven't been gone that long, have we?
Everybody had a good time, and we had some personal experiences. And on top of that, we also captured some things that might be considered questionable. It definitely makes me want to go back to the Missouri State Pen and explore its haunting history.
Now, the lobby was the only part of that building with its lights on, so we would have remembered going through there. As for the noises, they only seem to happen in response to David asking for someone to make a noise. The State Pen has many tours that you can go on, and we have a link on our website. Just go to this story at KY3.com. And if you missed the first 2 parts of this series, the history and the claims of the pen, it's also in this story.